The Fallacy of a High Friends Count by Renee Gotcher. A man of many companions may come to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24. When did friend become a verb? Not befriend, which means to act as a friend of, but just friend, as in, I friended so-and-so and... As you probably guessed, most of us began using the word friend this way when social media infiltrated our everyday lives. A quick search on Merriam-Webster.com confirms that the transitive verb friend means to include someone in one's list of designated friends on a social media service. When compared with the definition of befriend, I see one significant difference. One act involves friend-like behavior, while the other is simply an act of inclusion, nothing more. I remember the early days of Facebook fondly, the excitement of reconnecting with long-lost school friends, the ability to see how those friends' lives turned out, marriage, children, divorce, etc. And yes, the photos. It was a virtual class reunion, only you weren't required to interact to satisfy your curiosity. Friending was an invitation to get the tea, as my daughters would say, about past acquaintances without any act resembling friendship. And before you knew it, your friend count blew up into the hundreds, or thousands for those who didn't shy away from exposure, and everyone could see that you meant something to a lot of people. Didn't that thumbs up feel good? But the class reunion phase was short-lived, and soon the pain of unfriending created anxiety and distress that never existed before. Why did that person decide to unfriend me? What could I have possibly done to warrant such an action? What a fickle friend! And just like that, you found yourself unfriending people too. Words of disagreement or discussion of any kind were easily replaced by a definitive click on the keyboard. Your heart was racing, your face growing hot, as if an actual confrontation took place. You don't need that friend, you tell yourself, assuming they will definitely notice your absence from their newsfeed. As resolved as you felt in that moment, you eventually realize the only person who's feeling bad right now is you. When I recently came across this wise saying from King Solomon found in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24, my first thought was, how did he know? A closer look at the Hebrew word translated here as ruined reveals that it is used to convey being broken into pieces. I know what that feels like. I bet you do too. Haven't we all been crushed by unkind words, thoughtless exclusions, disloyal friends, maybe even straight-up betrayal? And no amount of online friends can make up for the devastation this one person caused. However, like most of Solomon's nuggets of wisdom, the downside of brokenness, despite having many companions, is juxtaposed with an upside. There is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. A true friend, what a gift. And according to Solomon, one is enough, a friend, singular, because this is a friend that will cleave more tightly than family, a friend that will endure the highs and lows of life with you, right by your side, no matter what, a friend who sticks. When you find yourself deflated by a dwindling friend count, a group photo of a get-together that you weren't invited to, or the rejection of being unfriended when you least expected it, take heart. Take a moment to whisper a prayer of thanksgiving for your true friends, the ones you do life with, the ones who are anything but fickle, even if that friend count is one. Praise God for that true friend. Then fix your gaze toward heaven, because you always have a faithful friend, Jesus, watching out for you, providing for you, protecting you, supporting you, and loving you. Even our best friends on this side of heaven are still fallen people who can hurt us and disappoint us. But when that happens, your faithful friend will surely pick up the pieces and restore you. He's the only one you need. Questions for reflection. Has social media fueled more anxiety, disappointment, and loneliness in your life? What is one thing you can do today to reduce the influence it has on your emotions? Have you unfriended people to make a point? Was anything accomplished? Would you have reacted the same way if the conflict had been face-to-face? Who came to mind when you read the second half of Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24? A friend who sticks closer than a brother. Thank the Lord for this life-giving friendship and let that person know how grateful you are to have them in your life.